I will hand to you the 1
Point
million
of order, Mr. Chairman.
before this.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
What is the rule that was violated? What is the point of order of Congressman
The
Paduano?
former president is speaking without the recognition of the chairman. And please, Mr. President, former President, you know the rules. It was read by Chairman Acop. And being a former congressman, you know the internal rules. Let the members of this committee finish the question before answering. That's my first point of order, Mr. Chairman. And I hope the former president understand.
Nakalimutan
The rules.
ko na yon, yung rules na yon.
Oh, now, I now want you.
Hindi
Pinapaalala ko po.
I'm not,
Now again,
I am
Mr.
not-
Chairman. Chairman,
Hearing suspended.
the former president is
Hearing
speaking.
suspended.
Kasi po, before we start the interpellation, malinaw po na it was discussed to all resource persons and even to the members, the rules in this committee. And the former president is keep on violating that rules. Sabi ko na nga, he was then a former congressman and he knows the rules. Please respect this committee. And please, once again, that was my first point order and I hope it will not happen again. Please wait for the recognition of the chairman before you speak.
Ngayon po, ang susunod po na magtatanong ay si Congressman Dan Fernandez. You have 10 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Magandang umaga po, Mr. President, at sa lahat po ng mga resource persons who are here today. Magandang umaga po. Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, sa inyo pong campaign promise, nasabi na po natin na 3 buwan, 6 na buwan po yung ating pong pangako. Pero umabot po ito ng 6 na taon. At dito po sa 6 na taon na to ay naganap ito pong mga allegation of the extrajudicial killing. Sa isang press con po na napanood ko po ay nabanggit nyo po yung reward system na binabanggit nyo po yung 3 milyon para po dun sa eradication ng drug lords. At meron din po kayo nabanggit doon sa 2 milyon naman po para po dun sa mga drugista. At meron din po kayong binanggit doon na second echelon na almost 1 million. Ito po ba ay totoo, Mr. President?
Correct. I was fighting the drug war. Doon sa mga manufacturers, sinasabi ko talaga patayin ninyo. Patayin ninyo. Huwag na ninyong, basta maabot na ninyo dyan sa factory na nagluluto ng shabu, patayin ninyo. Yan ang utos ko. And I assume for responsibility.
Okay, Mr. President.
Yung mga nasa labas na naglakad, nanhuli, hindi yun. At yung actual nasa factory, sabi ko, ubusin nyo lahat. Lalo na yung mga aliens. And this happened in my city
And
in other cities in the Philippines.
and you take full responsibility for this, Mr. President.
I will go to prison for that, Mr. Sir.
At yun po ay in terms of policy, yun po yung inyong sinasabi. Ito po yung polisiya ng ating gobyerno and that's the reason why ito po yung inyong pinaninindigan. Correct, Mr. President?
Isahin ko na lang, and I will not repeat it. I did it as a matter of principle to protect my country. That is the long and short of it. Kung anong tanong man ninyo.
Mr. Chairman, recently lang po, si PNP Chief Marbil ay meron po siyang interview dito po sa, can you kindly show yung GMA News Online number 12. At sinabi po ni PNP Chief Marbil that based on the official PNP data from July 2016 to June 2022, Marbil said that 1,286 officers were affected in the line of duty, with 312 killed and 974 wounded. And at the same time, sabi niya po, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, that these police officers carried out their responsibilities with dedication and often faced considerable risk to ensure public safety. Many officers endured not only physical harm but also found themselves entangled in legal and administrative challenges. 214, Mr. President, ng mga officers ng PNP faced 352 criminal cases during this period. And according to him, that while the promise of support was made, many officers continued to face consequences largely on their own. Dinagdag pa po niya, Mr. President and Mr. Chairman, that 195 officers were dismissed over the period of 6 years. There are also 398 cops facing dismissal for various reasons. More than 20 police officers are currently in detention right now, Mr. President. The PNP chief said that numbers remind us that the impact of the anti-drug campaign was deeply felt by our police force as well. He noted that even as former President Duterte publicly committed to supporting those enforcing the campaign, he said there is no official record that these commitments were fully realized.
I was not asked even for a minute
So,
na
Mr.
tumulong and for what a particular purpose. Then I will now make this promise. I will start a fund sa protection ng mga pulis. I'm putting up 1 million. Paghahanap ako, meron akong 1 million. Hindi ako kung meron million lang, magbubula ako, sabihin ko wala.
Mr. Chairman,
I'll start.
yeah,
But I'll raise a fund para tulungan yung mga pulis.
Mr. President,
And I will personally appear in court. Ako mismo ang
Mr.
mag-defense counsel nila.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, 2 days ago you have mentioned that wala po kayong pamasahe papunta po dito, and I'm pretty shocked that you have 1 million in your account to help our policemen, and we salute you, Mr. President, for that, and for being honest that you will be.
1
That you will
million
be.
is
Wait,
for
wait po, Mr.
that
President.
one-
I'm
1
Mr.
million
President, I
is
still
for
have the floor, Mr. President.
upkeep
Excuse
for
me.
my
As much-
medicine and subsistence.
No, suspended tayo, suspended.
Bastos.
Hearing resumed. Again, let me remind everybody to please calm down. Let the person talking finish his sentence first before you interject. Okay? Yun lamang po ang aking paalala sa lahat.
Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, yung pong 1 million na ipagkakalob po ninyo will go a long way. And we are very thankful because marami pong mga officers po natin, mga kapulisan po natin na natanggal na po. 100, as a matter of fact, to be exact with that, Mr. Chairman, 195 officers na po itong na-dismiss. Nasira po ang kanilang buhay, nawalan po sila ng trabaho, they were humiliated, their dignity was lost, and Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, that 1 million we go a long way.
I will hand to you the 1
Point
million
of order, Mr. Chairman.
before this.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
What is the rule that was violated? What is the point of order of Congressman
The
Paduano?
former president is speaking without the recognition of the chairman. And please, Mr. President, former president, you know the rules. It was read by Chairman Akop. And being a former congressman, you know the internal rules. Let the members of this committee finish the question before answering. That's my first point of order, Mr. Chairman. And I hope the former president understand
Nakalimutan
The rules.
ko na yun. Yung rules na yun.
Oh, now, I now want you.
Hindi
Pinapaalala ko po.
I'm not,
Now again,
I am
Mr.
not-
Chairman. Chairman,
Hearing suspended.
the former president is
Hearing
speaking.
suspended. Hearing is resumed. Before I allow everybody to speak, please be reminded, mga kasama, mga resource persons, to always address the chairperson when you want to speak and wait for the chair to recognize you. Para ho maganda yung communication, yung palitan po ng ating komunikasyon. Mahirap po kasi na nag-uunahan tayo magsalita, dadating po sa punto, nagtataasan na ho tayo ng boses, ayaw naman po nating mangyari yan because napaka maselan at napaka-importante nitong ating pinag-uusapan. I do request from our resource person to please address the chair first before we speak, and the same as well to the members. No, please address the chair. Let me be the traffic enforcer here para malinaw at maayos ang ating hearing sa ngayong umaga. So I hope that I made myself clear, and I'd like to ask Congressman Paduano to please proceed.
Hindi,
Mr. Chairman, just a short manifestation lang po. Kasi po, before we start the interpellation, malinaw po na it was discussed to all resource persons and even to the members, the rules in this committee. And the former president is keep on violating that rules. Sabi ko na nga, he was then a former congressman and he knows the rules. Please respect this committee, Mr. President. And please, once again, that was my first point order, and I hope it will not happen again. Please wait for the recognition of the chairman before you speak. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Congressman Paduano. Your manifestation
Mr.
is noted.
Chairman.
Now we will now proceed with Congressman Dan
Yes.
Fernandez.
Mr. Chairman.
Wait for the chair to recognize you first, please.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman.
Ulitin
Sige po.
po,
Okay.
please wait for the chair to recognize you before you speak. Now you are recognized, Congressman Dan
Thank you,
Fernandez.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, ang nabanggit po dito ay 195 officers were dismissed over the 6-year period. Ang tanong ko po, Mr. President, bakit ngayon nyo lang po ipagkakaloob yung 1 million samantalang na-dismiss na po ito pong 195 officers?
I do not have the records. Sir,
Wala po.
hindi ako Polcom. So, hindi ko alam yan.
But being the former president, sir, you have this
I know that
capacity.
some policemen were dismissed.
Because it was promised by you that you will, sabi niyo po ay sagot niyo silang lahat. But unfortunately, ito po nga po, nakita po natin, nagre-react na po ang PNP. And ang feeling po nila ay they were left alone,
Well,
Mr. President.
if you're citing the records, then I would admit it. Na yun, totoo yan.
Yes, I agree with that.
Walang problema. Sinabi mo eh.
Hindi, I agree with that, Mr. President. But my question is, bakit po natin sila napabayaang katulad po nito? Sagot niyo po sila. Pero 195 na dismissed, 398 cops facing dismissal, 1,286 dead, at yung iba po ay wounded. Were we able to help them, Mr. President?
Well, alam mo, sir, if you work for a government, there are rules to be followed. It is not just because you are a policeman that you're always correct. It is not safe to say that you are a mayor that you are always correct, that you rule the city by your own. Maraming nagkakamali, and there must be a reason for their dismissal. there cannot be a dismissal without a lawful ground. Kung napaalis yan, sir, meron talagang kasalanan. Hindi mo pwedeng basta i-dismiss mo lang yung pulis.
But Mr. President, you
Pero ako, pro-police talaga ako.
Yes.
Pinoprotektahan ko talaga ang pulis.
I understand, Mr. President. But you made the promise, Mr. President, that sagot nyo sila.
Sagot ko.
And yun po ang problema natin, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, that after 6 years, ngayon lang po tayo magbibigay ng tulong para po sa kanila.
Hindi.
The record will show, Mr. President.
Hindi mo, yan ang record. Hindi, walang record ng bigas, pati pera,
No, Mr.
na
President.
binigay ko
What
sa
I'm trying to
pamilya
say,
nila.
the record will show that wala pong tulong natanggap ang lahat ng ito. Hindi po ako nagsasalita nito, Mr. President. Ang nagsasalita po nito ay si Chief PNP Marbil.
Alam mo si Marvin, you remind him, hindi nakalista yung mga bigas na binigay ko sa mga pamilya ng polis, pera, enrollment ng mga bata. Hindi nakalista dyan. You
Mr.
remind that Marvel to
Mr. President,
use your...
ang binabanggit po natin dito ay tulong na legal.
Huwag kang
Doon sa-
maniwala dyan kay Marvel. Wala ka dyan.
Okay, we will but sige po, punta po tayo sa susunod, Mr. President. Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, I would like to show a video. And later I'll be asking the former President to answer some queries from this representation.
Hindi.
So,
Sandali lang.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not trying to be smart, Alec. I'm sorry if I'm overdoing.
hindi, it's okay po, Mr. President. No problem po.
It's not really, hindi ko sinasadya yun.
Opo.
I respect I was once a member of Congress. Medyo emotional lang kasi ako basta sa crime na talagang galit ako sa kriminal.
We
Baka-
understand that po, Mr. President. And thank you for that. Pakita lang po natin yung video, Mr. President. Video, please. Mr. President, noong August 23, 2016, wait. Noong August 23, 2016, doon po sa Committee on Human Rights and Committee on Justice, binanggit po dito yung reward system. At sinabi po ni former Chief PNP, Gerald Bato, tungkol doon po sa reward system. I want to show this video clip, Mr. Chairman, please.
Alam ko po na nabanggit ng Pangulo na magkakaroon ng pabuya ang mga magbibigay ng leads tungkol doon sa mga huhuli natin dito sa droga. Alam ko na humihingi ang ating Office of the President ng mas mataas na budget. Nakausap ba kayo diretsyo ni Pangulong Duterte ukol sa pabuya kung ito nga ba'y 2 million sa bawat madadala ng ating mga kababayan na mga drug pushers? Kasama po ba ang mga pulis dito sa pabuya? Sir.
Wala kong pili yan, Your Honor. Kung ang pulis ay involved sa droga at siya'y nahuli, yung informant po ay makakatanggap ng corresponding reward na in-offer ng Presidente.
So nag-usap kayo ng ating Pangulo ukol dyan. Magkano po daw ang ibibigay sa bawat informant na magbibigay ng pangalan ng isang pusher?
Meron kasi siyang ibang, kasi busy na ako masyado sa aking trabaho, Your Honor. Sabi niya, meron siyang assistant na magti-take charge diyan sa pagdi-distribute. Basta ang last na nasabi niya sa akin is 5 million yung drug load talaga. Yung malalaking drug load, 5 million ibibigay niya.
So depende dun sa kanilang anatomy kung saan yung
Kung
mas
nasa
mataas.
taas, mas mataas. Pag sa baba, mababa.
Ang gusto ko malaman, yung pulis mismo, sa sibilyan, maaari yung 5 million. Sa pulis din ba, makakatanggap sila pag sila ang nakapagtukoy? O dahil kasama yan sa kanilang sinumpang tungkulin, iba naman po ang maaaring ibigay sa kanila? Nabanggit po ba yan ng Pangulo?
Nabanggit ng Pangulo yun, kahit na pulis, kasama doon na makakatanggap sa pera na i-offer niya. Pero sa amin naman, internal, meron kaming ibang reward system, di ba? Meron kaming, bibigay kami ng awards. Or kung talagang meritorious, pwedeng meritoriously promoted yung tao, mapopromote. Meron po kami sariling sistema.
So sa dami ng mga hinuli, meron na bang nakatanggap ngayon ng pabuya?
I presume, meron na, Your Honor. Hindi ko lang po inaalam dahil hindi ko nakikialam dahil money matters yan.
O, sige po.
Direkta na kayo kung saan kayo pwede mag-claim. Hindi dumadaan sa akin.
Siguro maganda din na anong tanggapan sa ating gobyerno ang nagdi-disperse niyan? OP?
Tanungin ko po si Presidente, Your Honor.
Siguro pwede tayong makahingi niyan. Kung meron ng nabigyan, siguro kung ito'y makakasama sa kanyang kaligtasan, maaari namang executive lang ito, hindi na natin i-release. Meron pong gustong
Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, will you confirm that the Office of the President humingi po ng mataas na budget para po sa reward system? Sir, can you kindly use the mic, please? Will you kindly use the mic, please?
That's correct.
So,
You have to spend money for operations, for intelligence. Alam mo, sir, if I may be allowed to explain, ang isang pulis, at magtanong ka dito after this proceeding, magpunta ka ng anong istasyon, ang pulis, hanggang sweldo lang yan, pati equipments, office material. Pero sabihin mo yung pulis na may sariling fund for an operation day-to-day to follow up cases sa mga criminals, wala, sir. Magtawag ka ng siyang pulis dito ngayon. Magtanong ka, pagkatapos dito.
yan po ba, Mr. President?
Kailangan,
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
yeah.
sir. No, go ahead, sir.
kailangan punduhan mo talaga ang pulis. Lalo na if there is a serious crime, kidnapping, ikaw talaga ang pipinance niyan. Walang pera ang pulis na mag-follow up kung saan dinala yung victim, kung they have to spend money or else you end up with nothing. And sometimes pag yung time limit na binibigay ng kidnapper hindi na masunod, pinapatay nila. That's why it's a race against time. Kaya ako, pagka ganito, bas kung na presidente ako, pag yung mga may kidnapping, ako talaga ang nagbibigay ng pera. At ang order ko sa kanila, sir, nandito na lang rin tayo, pag nahuli ninyo, patayin ninyo lahat. Huwag ninyong dalhin sa
Sir,
pupunta ng presuhan niya, papakainin ko pa yung mga...
Mr. President, thank you so much for refraining yourself from speaking bad
yes,
words.
sir.
We appreciate that. No? Nakikita po namin na talagang pinipigilan nyo ang sarili nyo.
Takot ako sa inyo, sir.
Hindi po, sir. Natutuwa po kami dahil nga nagiging maayos po yung ating
Totoo.
usapan po, sir. Sir, kasi po may...
Sweating nga, so. Takot talaga ako sa inyo.
Kami rin po, malamig din po kamay namin dahil Mr. President, medyo nabanggit din po dito ni General Bato during that time that siya po ay tinatanong ni Senator Grace po na sinasabi na sino magdi-disperse dun sa Office of the President. At may sinasabi po si General Bato, sino po ba yung sinasabi na assistant na magdi-disperse po nung pera para sa reward system?
Yes.
Sino po, Mr. President?
Hindi ko na sinong kahiro doon.
Kasi may sinasabi po si General Bato na tao na magdi-disperse ng pera from the Office of the President. Sino po yan, Mr. President?
Hindi ko na alam talaga. Pagka ganung police operations, actually, it's an official, it's not a hidden item there. Kunin mo doon sa kahira sa baba na kay police operation
Mr. President,
lahat naman yan police operation. It cannot be funded by it cannot be a police operation cannot be funded by private money. That is not allowed by law.
Pero during the time that you were, during one of your interview, Mr. President, I still remember that you have mentioned that yung pong pera na galing po sa donation ng inyong pong campaign funds will be utilized for the reward system. You mentioned that, and I saw the video. And that's a private money, Mr. President.
Yes, pero galing sa akin. Hindi na private money. Kasi natanggap ko yan. Ano na ako nakahawak ko na the money I was holding was already when I was in the official na ako.
But in accordance with the rule of COMELEC, yung excess money po na ginagamit po natin sa kampanya must be returned back to the COMELEC, Mr. Chair, to the donors, Mr.
Maniwala
President.
ka yung...
Hindi, yun po sinasabi ng COMELEC, Mr. President. And yun po yung
ka sa
batas
COMELEC.
na atin po dapat sundin.
Tanungin kita, sinong kandidato nagsauli
Mr.
ng pera?
President, you cannot ask question. We will be the one asking question.
That's why I said,
Kasi po kami po, pag nakakatanggap
because
po,
it
Mr. President, I
is
still have the floor.
incongruous.
Mr. President, kasi po ako pag nakakatanggap, kakaunti lang po yung nabibigay sa ating donation. So kulang na kulang pa po. And we believe that you have mentioned that excess money was utilized for the reward system. Is this true, Mr.
Public
President?
interest. To protect public interest.
Kaya nga po, Mr. President,
Yes.
na-utilize po yun. Yung sa,
Yes, correct.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, binanggit po natin, isa sa mga pronouncement din po ninyo, that in no matter, sabi niyo po, that you won't apologize to the thousands of people who died and families who suffered because it is your belief that it's worth killing drug addicts and pushers. Dahil nga sa sinabi niyo rin yung don't destroy my country because I will kill you. Nabanggit niyo po ito, Mr.
Yeah.
President. And
Correct.
would you also agree with me, Mr. President, that there are so many forms and ways how to destroy a country?
Again, sir?
There's a lot of ways to destroy our country. Is it correct? There's a lot of ways, Mr. President. Maraming paraan para wasakin po ang ating bansa.
Of course.
Di ba? Hindi lamang po ang pagsugpo sa illegal drugs. As a
Yes.
matter of fact, Mr. President,
Rebellion.
yes, correct. Yung pong tinatawag po nating economic saboteurs, yung pong mga sumisira ng ating kalikasan, yung mga nagpapasok ng mga illegal, yung mga smuggling sa ating pong mga costume, yung pong mga droga na pinapasok, yung mga illegal na bigas, yung pong mga asukal at iba pa. And at the same time, Mr. Chairman, yung corruption also. And at the same time, Mr. Chairman, ito pong tinatawag nating conniving with the different enemies. These are forms and elements in destroying our country. Mr. President, your pronouncement that don't destroy my country because I will kill you. Does this pertains to all of these elements, Mr.
Hindi naman. Sir, I was really particularly worried because yung droga kasi ang target yung mga bata. Hindi tayo. Ang droga na distribute dyan sa mga high school, dyan sa mga ano, kung ang next generation ng Pilipino puro bangag at marami nakikita mo dito mga opisyal natin sa gobyerno nakikita mo mga bangag alam mo na kung sino ang bangag tinatawag nila kaya ako sir I'm just being I was being a father of the city but talagang galit ako sa kriminal.
Yes. And would you
Naggalit ako sa kriminal.
And would you agree with me, Mr. President, that doon po sa inyong war on drugs, yung mga reported, majority of those that were reported killed on war on drugs were not really all drug addicts and pushers? Would you agree with me?
Well, because some of those who are really
Collateral.
in trafficking are not marunong Those in trafficking sa drugs, may utak yun. Yun sila ang nag-traffic ng drugs. And they avoid taking drugs because alam nila na kung malulong sila sa droga, hindi na nila magamit yung utak nila.
Mr.
Kaya,
President,
yung
yes.
sinabi nila na hindi lahat drogista, tama yun. Eh, yung
Pero ito po ay mga collateral damage. Sabi nga po, shit happens eh. Di ba? Sabi ni Gerald Bato. So, if ever that meron pong collateral damage, meron pong mga shit happens, will you consider this as a failure of the war on drugs?
hindi sir. I would say that it was a maybe unnecessary death, but a collateral damage is recognized if not, hindi naman sinasadya eh. Kaya yung in one drug den doon sa Davao City, 4 na Chinese, pinatay ko talaga. Ang problema, may tinamaan na 2 yung nagluluto. Pero yung 4 na insect na
Mr. Chair-
talagang pinatay ko. Sinadya ko talagang patpatayin.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, is that a
Admission, yes.
admission that you
Oo.
killed them? Lumaban po sila? Or pinatay nyo silang walang laban?
Sinabi ko sa kanila,
Hindi,
sir,
Mr. President, pinatay nyo po ba siya ng walang laban or lumalaban po sila?
hindi, lumalaban. Kasi,
So-
kasi pag raid, siyempre, agawan ng kung anong mapupulot nila, lumalaban, pero I would say that hindi naman lahat malaban na mayroong tit for tat. Meaning to say, kung may M16 yung police, may M16 sila. That would be an impossible scenario. Pero kung lumaban, pasensya tayo. Ako sinabi ko, no mayor ako, do not do it. Do not do it because I will kill you. Kung yung naabutan ko doon, kagaya ng 4 na inchik, talagang binatay ko.
4 po ba yun or 6, Mr. President? 4 po ba yun or 6? Kasi a while ago you were saying 6 po.
4 lang.
4 lang po. So, pwede po na malaman kung sino po yung mga 4 na po yun. Ano pong pangalan po nila?
Alam mo, sir, ang lolo ko Chinese. Baka nga yung isa siguro pinsan ko pa yung hindi ko alam, sir. Hindi ko talaga tinanong.
Natawa naman ako doon, Mr. President.
Kaya dito, sabi ko, ang lolo ko Chinese eh. Lam ang lolo ko.
On another topic, Mr. President. Si Garma po ay nagkaroon po siya ng affidavit. At sinabi po niya na meron pong double model na 3 levels of payments. Meron po siya sinasabi sa affidavit niya eh. Ang sabi niya, yung per suspect is killed. Ang binabayad daw po ay 20,000 to 1 million. At sa second level naman po, ang sinasabi niya yung co-plan, yung pong planned na pinapan po yung planned operation. At yung third daw po ay yung pong refund ng operational expenses. Ito po ba sinasabi ni Colonel Garma na pag binabayad doon sa mga namamatay na 20,000 to 1 million, which, by the way, corroborated by the testimony of Tata and Andy, is true?
Correct.
So, ito po yung namamatay, binabayad po 20,000 to 1 million.
Hindi yan, sir. Ganito yan.
Hindi, yung po ang tanong ko, Mr. President.
Hindi, ganito nga.
Sige po.
Ito na yung answer ko eh.
Sige po.
Yung may police operation, alam ng police lahat yan, pinupunduhan ko yan. O ito, for a particular project. Pagka na-accomplish nila yan, sir, may sobra, magsabi ang police officer o lead official, sir, may sobra, hindi na ubos yun. Hindi na yan. For the boys. Yan, sir.
Okay,
Yan,
sir.
yan.
Mr. President, in some interviews you have mentioned that, and you have spoken about the reward system. And sinabi nyo, patay o buhay? Patay, better. Buhay, okay lang.
Correct.
Yes, so ibig po sabihin ay mas okay sa inyo kapag patay.
Mas maganda kung patay, sir.
And that's the reason why we are trying to encourage our citizens to kill all those addicts.
No, not addicts. To kill the criminals. not addicts, because addicts are victims of the criminals running the drug syndicates.
Mr.
Mali yan, sir. Mali
Mr.
yan.
Mr.
Mali
President,
yung ano.
kasi there is a report, no, na nagsalita po kayo noong July 1, 2016, that was covered by The Guardian. At sinabi niyo po dito, if you know of any addicts, go ahead and kill them yourself, as getting their parents to do it would be too painful.
I am talking of the drug manufacturers and drug dealers. That is a...
So mali po
I
to.
don't know who wrote it. I am not bound by it. Huwag mong i-ano yan, sir. Hindi ko trabaho yan. Get it from my mouth. Because I was the man.
Hindi, ano po to, Mr. President? Live, ano po to, interview po. Ano po to,
Talagang
video?
sinabi ko, pero hindi tama yan.
Eh, nasa video po, Mr. President.
Sinabi hindi addict, sabi ko drug dealers and drug pusher. Bakit mo patayin yung addict? Dali mo sa ospital. It's common sense.
Ang polisiya po ng ating pong gobyerno, ng gobyerno nyo, yung pong neutralization, illegal drug personalities nationwide, kailangan po siyang ma-neutralize. And as a matter of fact, ito po ay issued ng Memorandum Circular Number 16-2016. And according to General Gamboa, when I heard it in the Senate, sabi niya confidential po to. At nakakaalam lamang po ay yung mga commander. As a matter of fact, yung po sinabi niyo, commander, yung mga chief of PNP ng DDS. Bakit po siya naging confidential, Mr. President?
Again, sir, what's the question?
Bakit po kaya naging confidential yung pong utos na negation and neutralization of all those personalities sa illegal drugs?
Standard yan, sir. That is standard. Hindi naman minano ng pulisya ng there is a directive. It is confidential. And if there is a list, it cannot be made public. Not even shown to anybody, pati sa yung mga sa
Kasi Mr. President,
connected
kung
to the
negation
news.
and neutralization, alam naman po natin, according nga kay Chairman Abante during our discussion, na ang meaning po ng negation ay patayin, neutralize, patayin. So, is there really an intent to hide this and make it confidential in order the lower ranks ng ating
No,
kapulisan
sir.
na hindi po malaman
Wala
yung inyong
akong-
kautusan?
I will admit na ang order ko yung mga drug manufacturers, pati yung mga big time drug distribution, patayin. Hindi ko, I will not deny it. At kung ako mabalik ako pagka mayor, dublahin ko yun.
And I want to make it clear, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, that nung panahon po ng ating pong Pangulong, dating Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte, meron po tayong 210,000 na mga kapulisan. And during that time, kung titignan mo yung mathematical computation, if ever na nagkaroon po tayo ng 20,000 na killed during that time, ay kung magkakaroon po tayo ng ratio na 1:1, ay sasabihin po natin that majority of the members of the PNP ay hindi naman po na-involved dito po sa war on drugs. Would you agree with me with that, Mr. President?
Yes, sir. Mayroon kasi yung mga drug enforcement units lang siguro.
Sila lang po yung na-involve.
Not all policemen, any police department of a city or a province are dedicated to the drug operations. Meron talaga yung unit, sir, hindi lahat. There's the anti-smuggling, anti-narcotics, ganun, may especially.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Chairman, meron kayong nabanggit sa Guardian. Sa Guardian, noong pong July 1, 2016. At sinabi po ninyo dito, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, during the campaign, you said 100,000 people would die in his crackdown. With so many dead bodies dumped in Manila Bay, that fish there would grow fat from feeding on them. And out of that 100,000 that you have mentioned, ang reported lamang po na namatay is reported na namatay ay almost 20,000 to 30,000. So Were you
Kulang.
disappointed on this, Mr.
Kulang.
Kulang?
Kulang.
Were you disappointed that it's only 20,000 to 30,000?
Sir, kung pabalikin mo ako sana pagka-presidente, I will make up for the yung kulang na ano.
Kawawa naman po yung mga pamilya, Mr.
Well,
Mr. President. Actually, marami po mga
look,
napatay
sir,
na hindi po nabibigyan ng hustisya, and I think this is
Thi-
not a
this
laughing
is-
matter, Mr.
this
Chairman.
This is my message, sir.
Yes.
Pagka pumasok ka sa droga, pumasok sa krimen, iyo yan.
But-
iyo yan.
Yes, but Mr. President, you manifested.
And,
Yes.
And they heard me say that do not do it because I will kill you.
Yeah, but you manifested a while.
Narinig nila
Yes,
yan,
Mr.
sir.
I understand po. You manifested a while ago that those that were killed during the war on drugs were not all addicts and high-value targets.
Iyan ang
Kaya hindi po nagmamatch yung...
that would be a matter of mathematical ano, sir. Hindi lahat talaga tama ka. Tama ka.
Okay.
It could not be na lahat durugista or even connected with drugs.
And because of this pronouncement niyo, Mr. President, because you have mentioned of the reward system, doon po sa nabasa ko sa news, and if I may, no, police were outsourcing extrajudicial killings to the same vigilante gang they accused of murder. Officials of the PNP, andyan po, kung mababasa po ninyo, coordinated with vigilantes, selected targets to credit for murders, and on occasion paid for assassinations in the name of the war against drugs. So in other words, Mr. Chairman, because of this war on drugs na pronouncement po ninyo, yung pong anti-drug vigilante group existed because of this tinatawag po nating outsourcing ng mga pulis. Like what happened, Mr. President, nung kami po ay nag-imbestiga dito na si Colonel Santi, who testified under oath and made an affidavit na sinasabi po niya na nag-hire po sila ng killer para po kay General Barayuga. At binayaran po nila ng 300,000 pesos. Will you agree with me, Mr. President, that General Barayuga was a victim of extrajudicial killing?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not. Wala talaga akong maisabi dyan. Hindi ko alam ano sinasabi mo.
This happened, Mr. President, during your time.
Yeah.
But you don't know what happened to General Barayuga?
Wala akong
Mr. Chairman, kasi po panahon po ninyo to nung mamatay si General Barayuga, and it saddened us kung hindi po natin alam kung ano po nangyari doon sa kaso yun.
Yan ang problema eh. Gusto ko rin malaman kasi it was during my time. I am as much interested as you.
Kasi Mr. President, General po to.
Pero yung utos ko,
Apo.
inaamin ko,
Na ano po?
walang problema yan.
Hindi nyo po ba inimbestigahan itong tungkol kay General Barayuga?
Pero nakialam din siya.
Kindly wrap up.
Kasi po, Mr. Mr.
That is a personal, maybe, I don't know.
Kasi po si
Wala akong ano na magpatay ng general.
Kasi po, ito pong si Colonel Hector Grijaldo na siya pong nag-aakusa sa amin that kami daw po ay pinuwersa namin siya, kinuors namin siya, hinaras po namin siya. Siya po ang chief of police ng Mandaluyong when this murder of General Grijaldo happened. General Barayuga happened. And that's the reason why we are asking about kung nalaman po ninyo itong kasong to, Mr.
Wala, sir. Sino yan, sir? Sinong suspect?
Well, according po kay Colonel Santi, ang suspect po ay si Colonel Leonardo at si Colonel Garma. He mentioned in the affidavit that Colonel Leonardo called him. Kaya nga po, tinatanong po namin sa inyo kung kung nalalaman po niyo yung kaso
Well,
yun.
I do not know. There should be cases by now. There should be a case filed by now. Kung ganun, lalo na general. So, anong ginagawa ng police pati military dyan? They should be more more active. Lalo na yung general.
Okay po. Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, merong pronouncement sa Philippine Daily Inquirer written by Marlon Ramos, Robert Dehon, noong October 14, 2016. And De Lima called mother of all drug lords. Nakasulat po to at binabanggit po. Naniniwala po ba kayo that si Secretary De Lima ang mother of all drug lords?
Who said it, sir?
According sa report ay mga tao po natin sa Malacanang ay
Sino,
si
sir?
Director Ruel Lasala and Reynaldo Esmeralda, former NBI officer in charge ng Department of
I
Justice.
would like to congratulate them for making this statement.
Secretary De Lima, would you agree with the statement of the former president that you are the mother of all drug lords?
Absolutely false. That is a fictitious, bogus allegation against me. And then they filed cases against me. Kinasuhan po ako nila ng mga kaso tungkol sa droga. Initially, consummated illegal drug trading. Inamend nila into conspiracy to commit illegal trading. 30 kaso yung sinampa sa akin. Absuelto na po ako dun sa 3 dahil wala po akong kinalaman sa illegal drugs. Kasama lang ho yan sa naging propaganda nila. Kasama lang ho yan dun sa mga meron silang isang figure, a prominent figure, at si Senador De Lima ho yun noong 2016, na doon ang magiging atensyon ng bansa, atensyon ng mundo, na itong babaeng ito ay the mother of all drug lords, the beloved drug trade queen. Ano pong nangyari dun sa mga nag-akusa sa akin, yung mga beloved convicts, mga nung una, yun ang mga sabi nila, kung ano mga sinabi nila, na nag-raise funds ako. Pero kinalaunan, binabawi ho nila yung kanilang mga akusasyon against me. I was cleared of all 3 drug cases. I underwent the whole process. Dumaan po ako sa buong proseso kahit mahirap, masakit para sa akin. Kinulong ako ng almost 7 years na hindi na po nila yan mababalikan dahil sa pagkagalit nung pinaka-mastermind nung pag-persecute sa akin na inimplement nung kanyang Secretary of Justice, si Vitaliano Aguirre. At meron pang mga ibang handlers na siyang mga kumausap dun sa mga nagtestigo against me. So that is absolutely false. That is a slanderous accusation against me.
Thank you po. Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, meron po ako nabasa na news observer noong 2017. At ito po news article tungkol kay Las Cañas, who claims he was a former DDS leader and personally killed about 200 people. Sinabi niya po sa Senado, the squad was formed under the guise of an anti-crime unit within the Davao Police. He says, given the task of the team was, he says, given the task of eliminating hardened criminals and later political opponents and journalists critical of Duterte's rule. He alleged regularly took direct orders from sa inyo po about who to kill and how to dispose of the bodies. Las Cañas claims those shocking words, throw them in the ocean or in the quarry, bury them. make sure there are no traces of the bodies were spoken by Duterte at one of the dozens of alleged meetings with the DDS. The police hit squad was paid based on the value of the targets, he says. So, Mr. President, ang tanong ko po, totoo po ba ang sinasabi ni Las Cañas? Gano'n nyo po ba katagal nakakilala ang taong ito?
Storyteller yan, sir. Si Raulo.
Pero matagal nyo na po siyang kilala.
Pero, police, pero later on, maybe because sa karaming pinatay niya, hinabol siya ng mga kalag. What's kalag in
Espiritu.
ang espiritu ng pinatay niya. Medyo bungog ngayon yun.
May 3 dekada nga po ba siya na nagsilbi sa inyo? Kasi binabanggit niya dito, in his more than 3 decades of service, admitted that he was blindly loyal to the cause and saw his work as a noble form of public service. Mr. President, for a while, we were risking our lives for the welfare of the majority of the people. I felt that I was serving the country for the greater good. Yun po yung kanyang parang naramdaman nung ipinaglalaban niya yung 200 people na kanyang pinatay dahil naniniwala po siya sa nobility nung kanyang sinasabi po ninyo na this is being done because of public service.
I am now,
Yes, sir.
may hero complex yung buang na yan. Sino man ako maniwala ka na istorya na gano'n?
Meron pa po siya sinasabi, Mr. President. Ito, last na po to, na sinasabi niya, he tells one particular incident. No? Medyo worrisome po ako talaga dito because meron po kayong binabagat against this that has given him nightmares for years. In 1996, Las Cañas and his team were ordered to kill an alleged criminal, his pregnant wife, and his 4-year-old son, who were all in the same vehicle at the same time. I attempted to rescue the 4-year-old boy. Las Cañas claim. But according to our team leader, since the boy had seen our faces, he could recognize us in years from now and identify us. It was on the personal order of Duterte, he claims, that they disposed of the family. Mayor Rudy approved the recommendation of our task force commander in front of us to erase, meaning to kill everyone. That was his specific order, that he okay with it, provided it would be clean.
Sir, medyo matas-taas ito lang, ano ko, sir. When I was a fiscal, kukunti lang yung sweldo. I got married. Asawa ako. Got pregnant. Asawa ko. Nanganak ako. So, short yung income ko. Nagturo ho ako to augment my income sa Police Academy sa Davao City for about almost 7 years while I was a prosecutor. Wala akong tinuro na ganun sa kanila. By the book, at hindi naman ako gabong hipokrito na magsabi sa kanila ito ang gawin mo, tapos pagdating doon sabihin ko sa kanila na iba ang gawin. That's a very complex thing to do kung ako ang tinutukoy mo sa pangyayari niya. I cannot imagine myself teaching criminal law sa police academy doon, pagkatapos iba ang sabihin ko sa kanila sa likod. How?
Mr. President, if I may, no? Sinabi rin po ni Las Cañas dito that kayo raw po yung Lord of all drug lords. Ano pong masasabi niyo po dito?
Ano po?
Kayo daw po ang Lord of all drug lords.
I cannot. Ikaw, alam mo man ako, sir. Papabili siguro ako ng mga aspirin, gano'n, pero
Paki-explain po properly, Mr. President. Hindi po namin masyado maintindihan.
That's
Hindi
your last
ako
question.
dadating ng pagka-presidente, sir, kung ganun ako.
Sir, can you kindly tone down your voice?
Oh, yeah, oh, yes.
We're just
I
trying
was
to...
just
no,
emphasizing
Mr. President,
the
we're just
point
asking na
that
to clarify
alam
your
ng
statements.
pulis, alam ng lahat ng tao ng Pilipinas, mayor ako, hindi ako dadating ng pagka-presidente kung ganun ako katurpe.
Hindi, sinasabi
That's your
lang po
last
namin, Mr.
question,
President,
Congressman
kung
Fernandez.
kayo po yung Lord of all drug lords na sinasabi po ni Arturo Las Cañas. Yung po ang tinatanong ko. Mr. President, okay. Lastly, Mr. President.
That's your last
Yes,
question. Again,
last na po to.
Congressman Dan Fernandez.
Mr. President, meron po kayo sinabi nung 2016 sa interview nyo po that you have planted evidence during your time as a fiscal. Is this true? Hindi po totoo.
That's garbage, sir.
So yung pong nasabi nyo sa video, hindi po siya totoo.
Alam ng mga pulis yan. Yung planting of evidence. Di talaga ako.
Kasi Mr. President, yung po yung napanood ko at sinabi nyo po kasi. Kaya kami naman po ay, we are basing on the video that we have seen at nakita po namin yung sinasabi nyo na nagpa-plant po kayo ng evidence and we wanted to find out. Kasi yung pronouncement nyo po was construed by the members of the PNP organization that they can do freely the planting of evidence.
That's illegal. And I said, I was teaching them criminal law.
Yeah, but the problem, Mr.
Criminal
President, is
evidence.
your announcement or your pronouncement that you have done that, yung sa planting of
Kung
evidence.
hindi yan sa libro, sir, na tinuro ko, hindi totoo yan.
Siguro, ipakita lang po natin yung video. Yung last na po to para at least
Sundays. We planted evidence. We arrested persons, but we released them. But telling him that it was this person who squealed on him. And then we, when he goes out but killing, then we said that it was this fellow who really did it, who did you in. We first planted the intrigues so that we would know where they were from, where they came from. It was not until I was the favorite whipping boy.
So, Mr. President, hindi po totoo yung nasa video po. Ano po, Mr. President?
Totoo yan.
So, nagpa-plant po talaga kayo ng
Well,
evidence?
that was a part of the strategy as a mayor and as the leader of the law enforcement agency in the city.
Thank you, Mr. President. At maraming po salamat, Mr. Chairman, and I'll be yielding back my time.
Salamat, Congressman Dan Fernandez.